this stuff up anymore. They captured a baby Loviton in the Bermuda Triangle, and this thing was one of their, like, spectacles, and the government's not showing us this because it ate the cruise ship.
Let's go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. The only channel bringing you the creepiest, spookiest, scariest, weirdest, most unexplainable, most viral, most outlandish TikToks and conspiracy theories caught on camera found on the internet and dark web. This week, I got creepy TikToks that'll keep you up all night. Please hit that like button so this video is recommended to others, and if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button so you never miss another video from us again. With all that out the way, guys, let's jump right into it, y'all.
Tell me you're in Thailand without telling me you're in Thailand.
No, sir, you wouldn't catch me dead in any country where something like this might even be possible, okay? No thank you, I'm gonna keep my ass out of Thailand.
Now this is scary. Have you ever heard about the Oreo theory?
Like Oreo?
Yeah,
Never heard about it.
This might not be true, but my favorite cookies are actually Oreos, right? And I didn't even know this, but Oreos are actually satanic.
Like satanic? Really?
It's only a theory, so keep that in mind. So there's a guy that studies like religious symbols specifically on an Oreo. You know how there is like a patterns on the front, right? It's very interesting and is used to catch your eye. But no one ever deciphers like what the pattern actually is, the cross on the Oreos. It's actually a satanic cross. So look at the top of this picture. You can see the patterns and they match. Also, you know, the Freemason compass. It's also a part of the Oreo, like the triangle towards the bottom. There's like stars that have been made from triangles been put together. I know it seems like a coincidence, but at the same time, what would this design be? This is where it gets even crazier. The word Oreo. What does it mean? Well, the word Oreo originates from an ancient Greek and Egyptian term, EERIE, which is an Egyptian serpent that people used to worship.
Not too sure what's going on over at Oreo HQ, but maybe it's time to change the tagline from Unlock the Magic to, I don't know, Unlock the Terror.
Whoa. Like, holy shit, Kimberly. I don't know what that would be from. That or like from a whole decomposed animal. What is that? Here, turn that over.
It's like blood. This is human hair, Kimberly.
Does it look like human hair?
I'm really scared, like, seriously.
It feels like it could be. Is there more still coming out?
It's full up here. Like, this is a chuck full.
Whoa.
This is long hair.
I just don't know what animal that would be. The only thing I can think of is like skunk or cat that would match that, but
If there's, I don't even feel any extremities.
I wish we knew how to take a car apart.
I wish, but see, you can't take that apart because it's all full.
What is that attached to? Boys, what is that attached to?
Doesn't
I
that
don't know
attach
anything
like
to.
it's the muffler?
Like, is there something that it could have went in and then?
Are you sure you're not just pulling out the muffler?
Willie, why would this be in the muffler?
Because that's what all mufflers have in them.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you kidding with me right now?
No. Oh shit. So, okay, if you start your car, it'll be really loud.
Wait a minute.
Don't start it while I'm here. Get on your phone and Google what's the muffler made of.
It's not very loud.
This is a great video. I got all that. That's true.
I ended up digging a little bit and tried looking it up to see if I could find out any more information on the case, and it turns out that the woman did in fact call the police, but when they got there, they couldn't make any sense of it either. They were just as confused as everyone else, so they ended up chalking it up to a prank and just saying that they were going to increase the police presence in the neighborhood. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Neighborhood prank or something a little bit more nefarious?
Dolphins will sometimes actually use pufferfish to get high. Puffers are poisonous, and they have a type of toxin within their tissues known as tetrodotoxin, which is 1,000 times more potent than cyanide. It's deadly to humans if consumed. Dolphins, however, have learned that if they chew on a pufferfish and get just a tiny bit of the toxin, it produces a narcotic-like effect. Sometimes scientists will find pods of dolphins sharing this pufferfish with their friends. Talk about puff, puff, pass, literally.
That's cool. Looks like the dolphins have found their own little version of happy hour.
Check this out. A pretty unusual sight, we'll say, in the San Francisco Bay yesterday. A two-story houseboat floating in the water. Sky 7's captured the video of the houseboat being towed to its new home in San Rafael. The boat's original home is Docktown Marina in Redwood City. Well, after a long legal battle, dozens of houseboats had to relocate, and apparently it took this one 2 days, you all, to make it up the bay.
This is so weird. Guys, this family has taken waterfront living to an entire new level, okay?
Why not increase the price and therefore increase the profit?
We're successful. We're debt-free. We own everything. Why? Why have people who are having a hard time paying their rent have to pay more for our drink? Maybe it's my little way to give back.
Would you definitively say that you'll never raise that 99-cent price?
Never. Not in the foreseeable future. Yeah. You know, we're going to fight as hard as we can for consumers.
You see, guys, this is what we need more of. He's obviously a freaking millionaire, right? And he can raise prices. I mean, he can. Those tall boys are only 99 cents. He could probably raise prices and nobody would bat an eye. But he understands how inflation has crushed us and that, you know, he doesn't need to raise prices. This right here is a man for the people. Go buy Arizona iced tea, guys.
A Huntington Park family is heartbroken after thieves were caught on camera stealing their dog. This surveillance video shows the moment it happened. The owner says a white car stopped at a stop sign, backed up, and then took the 2-pound teacup Yorkie. The dog was a Christmas gift for their grandson. They tell us it all happened so fast as they were preparing to take the dog and their grandson for a walk.
I immediately notified my husband. By the minute he went out there, they took off, so we couldn't even see what way they turned.
The family says they're working with police. They say they just want the Yorkie back for their grandson, no questions asked.
So it all happened so fast, yet you had time to pull out your phone, take a video, zoom in and out on that video, take a picture from that video, call your husband. You had time to do all this stuff, but you never once thought it might be a good idea to bang or yell out your window or even run out your front door. What do you guys do in a situation like this? Do you run over to him and curse him out and yell at him and tell him, you know, you're holding up the train, blah, 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 blah. Or do you just help him, knowing that if you help him, it'll be done, you know, quick, just like that. What do you do? I want to know, guys. Put it in the comments.
No! Please. Goodness. I don't want to see it. Wow. Oh. I want to throw up. Go show it to him.
Well, sweetie, they just need to know where they got it from.
God, that's huge. That's an abnormally large.
That has to be one of the biggest grasshoppers I have ever seen. Can you imagine if that was in your salad? Can you imagine if you had accidentally just taken a bite of that? Gross.
Did you know that eels are the only animals in the world that we have no idea where they came from? Like the weird fish in the oceans, scientists have done observations of them. Eels, during a specific time of the year, regardless of where they are, will literally all travel to the Bermuda Triangle. That's where they link up. No matter where they are from Europe, the freshwater rivers of the United States, when it's time to mate, they just all go to the Bermuda Triangle. It's dangerous for scientists to study them, so it's a bit hard. We don't really know where they originate from. The females and males have no reproductive organs, so how do they reproduce? Also, they did a test where they put the eels inside a bucket. Then, when it was time to mate, they all swam in the direction of the Bermuda Triangle. You know how people have speculated about octopuses being aliens, right? People think eels also might not be from here. The theory goes on to claim that there was a meteor that crashed in the Bermuda Triangle, allegedly crashing 65 million years ago, coincidentally when the dinosaurs were gone. So, this meteor might have actually brought eels to our planet. That's crazy.
Listen, guys, they say that we've only explored 5% of the ocean, okay? Approximately 5%. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if eel and octopi are from another planet. Shit, we could have an entire alien race living down there, and we would have no freaking idea. Think about that one.
I was 4 years old the first time that I was abducted. I'm one of 4 children at the time, and we were all sleeping in the same bed together, and I was on the edge of the bed when I felt something lifting me up. I felt gravity with my hair falling backwards and my nightgown falling backwards as I was taken out of a window and brought up into the vessel. I don't think I was supposed to see what I saw. The room had tables, and the tables had hands and feet, arms and legs that didn't have bodies attached to them. Next to that, there were embryos. I also saw a fetus in a jar. I was 4 years old, and the fetus was as big as me. It looked like an experiment gone wrong. When they had me on the table, they were doing ultrasounds on my abdomen. They were poking and prodding. They were taking bits and pieces of me. They were robbing my body parts, and they were taking my eggs. When I was 6 years old, I saw an arm above me of a robot with a needle in it. And the needle came down and began to extract fluid from the center of my nose. When the needle went in, it felt like it went straight through my bone into my brain. Each time this was done to me, I didn't even blink, and I never closed my eyes. As the needle went back up into the ceiling of the ship, I was picked up by the alien that brought me back and forth. I used to call him the butler. The butler looked like an octopus out of water. They have hands with suction cups. That's what holds them to the ship. The last time that I was abducted, I was 13 years old, and I said, "Who are you, and what do you want from me?" It was the loudest voice I've ever heard. And it said, "I'm God." And that was the last interaction I had.
I think that mom and dad should have locked her up in the loony bin after like the 3rd or 4th abduction. Just saying.
Okay, so my son and I are driving, and this is what we see in the sky. Like, look at those colors. That is so bright. Like, there's nothing else around. I don't know where it came from, but it's so bright in colors. So cool.
Yeah, I know what everyone's thinking. No, it is not. I repeat, not edited, okay? It's actually a very rare phenomenon called cloud iridescence, okay? And it happens when sunlight diffracts through like little water droplets or ice crystals in the cloud. You normally see it around the cloud, like around like the lining of it, you would say, I guess. But very cool shot she got.
Gente, o vento leva!
Olha isso.
Meu Deus! Olha isso, gente!
Yo, this is crazy. It brings an entire new meaning to the word pocket dog. You know what I mean? What the Riddle me this, guys. How does my man have the entire ocean, right? The entire ocean. No traffic, no congestion, nothing of the sorts. And he still manages to crash, boom, right into a boat. What? I don't know, I second that. What was that? If you ask me, it looks like Ryu from Street Fighter just let off one of his fireballs across the sky. Hadouken!
The internet is mad at this woman for eating this food for free in Walmart after posting the videos where she hid behind the shelves and she was eating food including raw cinnamon rolls. However, she did caption her video as the food was paid for. But people were upset because this now has become a trend where many people come and grab food, then leave without paying.
Oh my God, you busting that down before you pay for it? Bruh, really? I swear, people are always in Walmart trying to do that, getting food like that from the front.
Yeah. No, you can't eat it in the store. That's illegal. Yeah, I can. You're gonna get, I'm telling you, you better make sure nobody sees you.
And now because of this eat for free trend at Walmart, Walmart is now starting to take actions against it, where a woman in Texas was barred from entering Walmart after she ate half of a cake. And when employees confronted her to pay, she said she found it like that. But she ended up only wanting to pay for half of the cake because she said she only ate half. People often eat groceries before paying for them with the intent to pay, which is totally allowed. But now with this eat free trend at Walmart, many are walking out and leaving the food on the shelves. This is not allowed, and when caught, stores are giving the option to either pay or be barred from entering Walmart.
I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm just old school because I don't quite get it. See, like, if I myself was caught in a Walmart, Target, or any store for that matter, hiding behind an aisle, stealing food and eating it, I would be forever humiliated and embarrassed. But, like, these guys are having, you know, a good old time. They're laughing and joking and smiling while stuffing their face. Do they not know that they literally look a step away from homeless? I don't know. Maybe they should go get a second job and then they can afford the food that they're stealing instead of posting these ridiculous TikToks. I don't know. How's that for a novel idea? Just saying.
You guys, somebody get the fucking mouse. He's literally not scared of any of you. Is this for real? Are you guys fucking...
Yeah, I don't get it. It's almost like the animals are going soft too. Like the dog and the cat in this clip look like they're more curious than anything. You know what I mean? Like, where did their killer instincts go? When I was growing up, I had a cat. It must have killed 20 mice a year. You know what I mean? Mice, birds, whatever. And after each time that she got one, she'd drop it right in front of me. So proud and happy, you know, and purring. Like she did her job and she brought it to daddy. Not anymore, guys. Not anymore.
These people don't know how lucky they are. Yeah, guys, these people are extremely lucky to be alive. So not everyone might understand why this is such a dangerous situation, so let's go over it. So for context, this video was posted to TikTok and I came across it on my For You page. And at first you see this guy sitting on a log and it looks like he's floating in the middle of a lake. But then the camera pans over a little to the left and you see this dam. And then the camera goes over the dam and it zooms in on this boat that's against this brush right here. And basically what happened is these people's boat's motor stopped working and it went over the dam. And somehow they luckily managed to get on this log that was caught on the dam. But you see, this white water right here is actually impossible to swim in and there's no way to get out of it. And they actually call this area below a dam a death machine. And in the video, the people are sitting right here and right below them is this death machine. If you get caught right here, you basically spin around and around and there's no getting out of it.
I wonder if they know how lucky they truly were. I hope that when they got home, they thanked every one of their lucky stars in the sky above them, all right? Because the narrator's right. If they were to go over those falls, they would have just been stuck spinning and spinning and spinning round and round like a death washing machine until they were just a lifeless rag doll. True shit. Very lucky, guys.
Simpsons predictions for 2024 are pretty scary. In 2000, there was an episode called Bart to the Future that mentioned an economic crisis, a nuclear war, and the death of the U.S. leader, all happening in the same year. The show showed us a future where Lisa Simpson is the President of the United States. In a conversation with her team, Lisa said that the previous administration, led by President Biden, left behind budget problems and a big mess. Later in the episode, a news report came on about a nuclear conflict with another country, causing a lot of destruction and chaos. The idea of a nuclear war and an economic crisis is really scary, and we hope these predictions from The Simpsons don't come true. But given the show's track record of predicting big events, it makes us wonder what else they might have predicted for the future. And now, in a recent episode, The Simpsons made their scariest prediction yet. Want to know more? Comment with part 2 for the scariest episode.
This is some scary stuff, guys. This is a scary video, all right? The Simpsons have been pretty on point with a lot of their stuff, right? Let's just hope, let's just pray that that these predictions don't come true.
This man vanished 27 years ago and he was just found alive in his neighbor's basement.
So this gets pretty disturbing, but basically he was on his way to school when he just never came home one day. Now, at the time there was a civil war going on and they just assumed he had been killed during the civil war, some sort of crossfire, and that his body was just never found. His mother, though, always thought that he was alive, and her dying wish was even that the family keep looking for him. Now, what ended up happening is his neighbor actually kidnapped him. Ironically enough, this is his dog, who then hung outside the neighbor's house and kept whining outside of the neighbor's house for about a month. And before what's assumed happened is that the guy that kidnapped him poisoned his dog and left the dog laying in the front yard of the family's house. Then fast forward 27 years, the guy who captured him, along with his brother, got into a feud on social media over some inheritance, at which point the brother ratted him out. That prompted police and the family to storm over to the guy's house, and where they found him underneath his basement, under a floor, with a door covered in hay. Now they have the guy in custody that kidnapped him, and after talking with him, he had mentioned that he had seen his family walking around on the streets outside of a window, through the window of the house, and they asked, why didn't you ever call out to them, scream, you need help or anything? And he basically said that his captor had him under a spell, where he couldn't do that. The police have said that they are going to throw the book at him and give him the most severe penalty that they possibly can for such a heinous crime. The family is so happy to have him back. He's one of 9 children, but they're very sad that the mother passed away in 2013, a little over 10 years ago, and never knew that her son was about 100 yards away from her house the whole time.
This one's freaking terrifying, y'all. Can you imagine being kidnapped and held captive for almost 30 years to find out that you were a mere 100 feet away from your house the whole time? Scary stuff, guys.
This woman is going viral right now for walking out of a nail salon without paying, then going to order a pizza.
Ma'am, you need to come back and pay. Okay. Or I'm gonna have to post you on the internet. Like, I'm serious. You need to come back and pay. I'm gonna post you on the internet. I'm serious. You're stealing from my business. No, I'm not stealing from your business. Yeah, so why didn't you pay? Why didn't you pay when you walk out my shop? Why didn't you pay?
I told you why when I left.
No, I don't trust you. You need to come back and pay. Okay. You cannot get served and walk out my shop like that.
I didn't get nothing free.
No, ma'am. I can fix your nail. No, you're gonna have to come back and pay. It's only $20, $30 to pay. To do the right thing. You get served and you walk out.
I said, okay, but I'm not gonna talk to you here because this is...
No, you did not talk to me at my business. I asked you nicely to pay. I was polite to you. You walk out.
Because of things like this, now salons will start charging full price before service. While at other salons, when customers didn't pay, the nail tech took the nails back.
You should have paid me for your nails. Now.
Oh my God, I can't take this. I just want to reach through the screen and shake these people. You know what I mean? Like, what in the world gives you the right or even thought to think that you can go into a person's place of business, receive services, and then walk out without paying, and then proceed to walk into a pizzeria and buy a pizza with what's supposed to be that business's money? Crazy.
I didn't ask for this, so I think that it's time to show who I am now.
December 23rd, 2022, one day before her birthday, 22-year-old Jacqueline Durand was approaching the house she had been hired to dog sit at when she wasn't taking classes at the University of Texas in Dallas. A sign the homeowners had above the entrance would give an ominous warning, one that would go unnoticed. And so Jacqueline walked right into what would become a living nightmare. Immediately after entering the front glass door, and before she could even close the actual second front door, the two dogs in the home, a German Shepherd named Lucy and a Pit Bull named Bender, rushed directly towards Jacqueline, violently bringing her down to the ground, causing her to drop her cell phone, and then dragged her from the front door all the way into the kitchen. At this point, the two large dogs pinned her down and mauled her face, ripping off her ears, nose, cheeks, and lips to the bone. These dogs were actually so violent and bloodthirsty that they ripped apart and tore off all the articles of clothing that Jacqueline was wearing. Now, fortunately, because Jacqueline was not able to actually close that second front door, it triggered a home security alarm, and so eventually local police showed up to the property, as seen in this footage.
I see her feet right there.
First responder body camera video shows the two dogs who attacked her, holding the police at bay.
Once police made their way inside, Jacqueline was ultimately rushed to a nearby hospital and underwent multiple operations. The first one, which was an emergency surgery, lasted 7 hours, and she had to be resuscitated on the operation table multiple times. Now, the couple that owned these two dogs, Ashley Joe Bishop and Avery Bishop, offered no help and no financial assistance to her whatsoever. Since this incident, Jacqueline acquired a lawyer, and this couple has been served a lawsuit. Also, the two dogs involved in this attack were ultimately ordered by a judge to be euthanized. Jacqueline says to the public she does not want to be seen as a victim and only an example to other dog owners to know your dogs, take more precaution, and just be careful.
Listen, guys, first and foremost, I'm so terribly sorry, and my heart goes out to this woman who has to go through the rest of her life looking like the way she currently looks. With that said, I'm an animal lover, and I am in the camp that there's no such things as bad dogs, only bad owners. And the fact that both of these dogs at the same time attacked her like this makes me believe that the owners probably trained them to do this. So, I mean, yes, the dogs should be put down, and the owners should definitely be sued for a lot of money.
Can you get away from my door?
No, you're going to sit here and wait until Joe Anderson gets off his call. He's on a very important call right now, and then he's going to come out and he wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about? I'm not waiting for anybody.
Well, I guess it looks like you're going to have to because you're not getting out of the car right
now.
now.
So just to be clear right now, you're punishing me for parking in a public street parking spot.
No, I'm not punishing you. I came out here as a friendly neighbor, and I told you that this is my spot.
It's not your spot. This is public street parking.
Easy access for me, and I always know where my car is.
It's easy access for me as well.
And my husband, Joe Anderson, and I like to park my car here. Okay?
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
And everyone on the street understands that. Everyone on the street is very friendly.
Good for everybody else.
I've lived here 12 years. So I've lived
How
here
am I not friendly? Just because I took a spot that was open on the street does not make me not friendly. You're the one that's not being friendly by running up to my door and blocking my door. So can you move so I can get out of my door now?
If this was your spot, I wouldn't park here. How
Okay.
about that?
Okay, great. That's great. I'm so happy to hear that.
My
Now can you
husband,
I'm
Joe
getting out.
Anderson, is on a phone
Good
call.
for you.
No,
I'm
you're
getting
not
out.
getting out.
Yeah, I am.
I
Move.
don't think so.
Move. I'm opening my door.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
I am. I'm opening my
Just
door.
try.
I'm opening my door. What are you doing? Are you kidding me?
Oh. You parked in my spot and now you punctured my lung.
How did I puncture you? You just slammed my door shut.
Oh yeah, you are definitely not leaving now.
Are you kidding me? You're faking it. You're obviously faking it.
I'm not faking it. You
Yes,
just
you are.
like assaulted me almost.
I assaulted you.
Yeah.
How would you slamming my door be an assault?
I can barely even breathe. You are a
Oh my
really
gosh.
rude neighbor.
I'm
You
a
know
rude
that?
neighbor.
We don't like people like that on the street.
All right, can I just say, if
Like,
you
time to
actually,
move.
if you had your lung punctured, you wouldn't be saying that I'm just a rude neighbor. You would
maybe
need
it's
help.
not punctured, but it's definitely affected.
It's affected. You have an affected lung.
You park in my spot. You affect my lung. You don't know who my husband, Joe Anderson,
I don't
is.
know who your husband is. No,
You're
I
really
don't.
something else.
I'm something
okay?
else.
Yeah.
You're something else, actually.
Wow.
So can you move now? Because I'm getting stop. Don't get on my car. Seriously, back off my car.
moving.
You're not moving, really.
I'm not moving until my husband, Joe Anderson, has a little conversation with you.
Okay. I don't care about Joe Anderson. I'm going to leave now. So if you're not going to go on that side, then I'm going to get out of this side.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I am. What are you doing? Stop.
You're not going to get on this side either.
Oh
You're going to sit there and you're going to wait until my husband, Joe Anderson, comes to
You
talk to
can't
you.
hold me captive in my own car.
Oh, you're being held captive.
This is a skit, right? This is a skit, right, y'all? Because I don't see how it's not a skit. This guy can easily just push open the door and slide out the side. He could even jump in the back and hop out a different back door. You know what I mean? Like, this lady isn't a cat. She's not a cat. She's older. She's a little old lady, guys, all right? She probably doesn't move that fast. So you can't tell me that she's trapping this young man in his truck, all right? And who talks about their husband in the third person like this lady does? You know what I mean? My husband, Joe Anderson, will be home soon. Who cares about Joe Anderson? You know what I mean? I don't know, guys. It just seems a little sus to me. I don't know. But you be the judge. You be the judge. You tell me what you guys think about this one. Is it a skit or is this actually unbelievably real life? If you guys made it this far in a video, huge thank you goes out to y'all. You are freaking rock stars, all right? Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Hit that like button, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.